What up, YouTube? It's Phil My Bags coming at you guys today with a market update. Meet Chugs. This is my pup. He trades with me. He's a good guy. Trade monster. But anyways, we're going to do a little video today on the market, where we're at in the market, what I think Bitcoin's gonna do, what I think big caps are gonna do, where are we in the cycle. A lot of you are asking if alts are dead. And most importantly, what exchanges are we going to trade on once we lose Binance? First and foremost, I guess we'll start with the big old Betsy. So, I've never actually used a pitchfork before. And this is like highly ironic because whenever I drew this pitchfork back in like February-ish, March, April, I drew it around here. And I was like this median line shit's bullshit. Like, there's no way that it always has to return to the median line, like, blah, blah, blah. Well, we pump onto the median line here, and then absolutely split it, and come back down, retest it, and keep pumping. Well, this pitchfork I drew, I actually had to extend it so many deviations out because we blew out of that shit so hard. But now we've actually come down, and it's actually respected this pitchfork, like, a lot, like, for some reason. You have this, bottom line tested here and here, line tested here, line tested here, line tested, fake breakout, retesting. It's pretty crazy, but anyways, I'm not gonna really use that because that's not what I trade with. But this is what I've been looking at. We're forming this descending wedge here. Kind of figured that we would not break out of this here, so I kind of expect us to go boop and blast off out like that. I feel like we need to touch this bottom resistance one more time. We have broken out of the RSI descending wedge, which means this should go up pretty fast soon. I drew these support buy ranges last week, and if we would use them, they worked pretty well. Right here I said that we were reaching the top. I expect price to move down. I said to buy it in the 9,000s, buy it in the 9,000s, and went right back up to 10.6. Good money to be made there. Market's still in good standings, but this has caused the rest of the market to get absolutely fucking shit on. This is another thing that I've been charting for a while. Someone on Twitter actually told me I was stupid for thinking that the dominance would go back up this high. But I mean, this is a wedge here that was for 34 points of domination out of 100, which that doesn't really make any sense. But it gained 93% or 96%. So basically, the rule of thumb with trading patterns is you trade the extension to the size of the pattern. So since this one was 34 dominance, I did 34 dominance on here as well, which would have put us back in 90. So I've kind of told myself for the last few weeks that I won't buy any altcoins until Bitcoin's at all-time high or at least super high dominance. But I feel like what we're kind of doing here is just closing this gap. And then once we close this gap, I feel like we'll go back down. And that's when alt season will begin. Because, I mean, alt season realistically doesn't happen until, like, let's see if I can get a brush out. Until under, like, 52, 53. So, like, alright, hello? So, like, all this is really the only alt season that we get. And if you guys remember, this was when the true alt season hit right here. Is when Bitcoin was blasting. And then as soon as the new year ended, bam, skyrocket. Come back down, bam, skyrocket. We had 6 months of alt season. And this right here was when I was actually making most of my money, and I didn't even realize it. I was trading counter trend. I don't know why this is a thing, but my headset keeps dying in the middle of the videos. So, I mean, there's two options for Bitcoin I see this happening. I see us going back down to 8,500, or us just going to 14,000 and keep pushing. If we go 14,000, altcoins get wrecked and Bitcoin dominance continues taking on until about 90 or so, which I would say would be the highest that we go. We go to 8.5. I think that we see like this come back down. I don't really see us breaking down out of this. This looks pretty strong. Let's see what's some of the other bigger caps. What are they doing? Ethereum. Ethereum looks like poo poo. I mean, the only thing that I can like kind of discuss with this is like a descending like. Actually, no, it's not. It's a fractal. I bet. Sorry. So we got this fractal here. It pushed out, broke out of that. Right, it broke out of its all-time high and went on a little run. 900% to be exact, and pushed up to 0.153 Bitcoin a piece, making it like $1,600. Well, now we're back down here, back in this range where everything kind of like consolidated before it like capsulated or whatever they say, whatever they call it, where it's in like basically people are buying it that are gonna like sell it. I know that makes no sense, but like especially when people are accumulating a lot of the bags for later when they're gonna sell it, so they just average their entries down. But this is where a lot of the buying actually did happen for Ethereum. If you see the volume, it all happened around 0.02 Bitcoin. So I mean, realistically, this has been a heavily supported range for Ethereum, and I mean, it really hasn't been like severely screwed recently. Like, I mean, yeah, it's gone down like 50% in the last few months. But I mean, that's nothing in comparison to down like from 16.16 to 0.02. I mean, that's like a lot. I don't even know the numbers. You're like down like 80 something percent or something, 90%. Like, you're screwed. But if you average in down here and you did buy up here, I mean, that averages your entry from like to here. So I mean, realistically, Ethereum's only got to get back to here before you break even, and then if it goes back up here, you make money. So I mean, if you've invested in Ethereum and you think that you've lost money, I mean, realistically, this chart is not old at all. I mean, boom, we got a 1 month chart. Like, what? This is nothing. You get like 30, 40 things. Like, I mean, this looks pretty similar to me, and that's the only reason why I'm like kind of believing in Ethereum right now. Just because of this chart. I mean, we got a monthly RSI at 41. It's getting pretty low. Another weekly RSI at 26. That's perfect. Honestly, that's nice as shit. I would definitely buy a little more Ethereum here. And the lack of selling and buying, like, since here has been like astronomical. No one has touched this. And I mean, I guess this is because it's a Poloniex chart. Nobody trades on Poloniex anyways. But shit. This thing looks either like it's gonna fly or it's just gonna go down the toilet. So I kind of see like two options happening. I see us like continuing on this Bitcoin dominant rage until we hit like BTC dominance 90, and then we see an alt season. And I mean, realistically, we didn't see an alt season last time until Bitcoin was at all-time highs. So I mean, it would kind of be unrealistic to expect that again. I mean, yeah, alts are gonna move. Some are gonna go up, but if you remember trading in 2017, it was literally just like a bunch of dummies like myself trading against a bunch of people that knew how to trade against the trend. I mean, you could hold altcoins and stuff, and some of them would go up like 40, 50% for like a few days. Like some of them would go up 100% over a few days, but then they all come back down and they go low and low and low, and then there's like 3 weeks out of the year that they all sky pump, and that's what everyone kind of just like religiously believes in happening. It's kind of just like they're expecting to win the lottery. It's kind of stupid. Um, Something else I want to talk about is the exchanges. Binance is making it so U.S. customers can't use their exchange. I'm guessing it has to do with correlation with margin trading and like all that type stuff. And I'm sure the Fed has a big grip on Binance. But with that being said, I would expect Binance's DEX. That's kind of unheard of. It kind of replaces the Cryptopia. I mean, that was big for a lot of people. They love trading the small caps. You just put a bunch of money in the small cap, then it flies, and then you make a killing. Um, but that being said, Cryptopia is gone now, and there needs to be a replacement. Binance's DEX is pretty cool. I really like how you can trade straight from the wallet. There's no way that anyone has access to your funds except for you, and I think that's pretty neat. But it's got a pretty cool GUI. Not really complicated. Lots of good coins, and they all move fairly decently. I mean, like, that was stupid. Like, what? 28,000 sats to 240,000. So 10 times in like 2 hours. I bet it was like a minute. Yeah, 3 minutes. Jesus, that's stupid. Well, obviously, like, some of these are like pretty pumpy and dumpy. But a lot of them are new listed coins, and they're all on the Binance DEX, which, I mean, is pretty appealing, honestly. But a lot of them are just, they look like this. I mean, obviously I wouldn't buy that. It looks bad, but I did buy this coin, as it did touch this all-time high right here. As it retested, I bought it there, so I bought it like 14,000, 13,000 cents. I'll ride that one out. I have a lot of good coins out here. And the cool thing is, if they're on the DEX and they're good, when they get like 5 million market cap, they're gonna go on the real Binance. I mean, granted, we don't really have that many days left, but Binance will still be a big market for volume, and Binance is creating a U.S. market. So Binance doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere. Like, yeah, it definitely really pissed me off that they're not letting U.S. customers trade there. It's really fucking stupid. Fuck the U.S. government. It's just really upsetting that, like, we can't do what we want with our money. Like, it's kind of the whole entire purpose of the Bitcoin blockchain, so you fucks can't tell us what it can do with all my money. Like, alright, if I want to listen to some fucking frog on Twitter with a fucking says to buy fucking bit blocks at fucking 2,000 sats, like, I'm gonna buy bit blocks at 2,000 sats because it's my fucking money, and it's my money. I earned it. I do what I want with it.